5 days ago, the New York Times published a story under the title, Harris Narrows Gap Against Trump, Poll Finds. And they wanted to summon one of their favorite characters, which is, of course, an everyday Democrat so upset with the left that they're just going to have to vote for Trump. And they found one. So this is from the New York Times article. I'm just going to read this straight. The story itself, it fucking doesn't matter. But the person they talked to definitely does. So Ms. Harris faces some structural challenges as November approaches. She is the sitting vice president at a time when 75% of voters rated the nation's economic conditions as fair or poor, and significantly more voters see Mr. Trump as a strong leader than those who say the same of Ms. Harris. Quote, I'm a Democrat, but I've changed my mind, and after everything that's happened with Joe Biden's administration, said Anna Ayana, a 58-year-old who lives in San Jose, California, and voted for Mr. Biden in 2020, she plans to vote for Mr. Trump in 2024. Quote, I mean, the border situation is out of control. So from there, the article just moves on. Whatever.
Who's ever been to the fucking border?
I know, yeah.
Also, I drove along at like that route from Texas where you're just like looking at intermittent fence,
Yes.
and just nothingness. And
Yeah, yeah.
If the car breaks down, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Wait for someone to spend a day to get out here, and I didn't see a single thing.
Dude,
Like, there was no like, oh, it's really out of control here. Like, even if I saw 20 people cross, I'm like, it's 20 people. I mean, how many people die doing something dumb every hour? We can replace them with guys who can climb a fucking fence.
So, like I said, this article just moves on, but I don't. Whatever. Who cares? It's about a poll. But some people couldn't help but notice that that name, Anna Ayana, rang a bell, and probably should have rung a bell to a fucking newspaper.
it's what a homonym or whatever. It's the same backwards as forwards.
It's almost a palindrome.
Oh, palindrome, right?
It doesn't feel like anyone that age could have that name. It's all just like an insane feeling I have. Nobody that old. They didn't have that name back then.
So Anna Ayana might not be a household name, but she is a low-key legend. She even has her own Wikipedia article, so I pulled a lot of this from that.
I'm wrong. Wikipedia got my ass.
So
People have spoken.
And just tell me if at any point you could figure out who this person is, because I promise you by the end of it, you're going to be like, oh, fucking shit. So Anna Ayana was born in Donna, South Texas in 1965. After moving to San Jose, California in 1993, she started a cleaning business. She was sued several times for small amounts of money by creditors, and she also tried to sue a car dealership after she claimed a wheel fell off a car she bought from them. The suit was dismissed with prejudice after she fired her attorney and failed to attend court or submit paperwork. So good at launching a lawsuit, but
I always imagine that means they dismissed your suit and then called you a slur.
with prejudice.
Jesus Christ. You have to...
She also tried to sue a local newspaper for sexual harassment. That case was also dropped. All in all, she filed 13 lawsuits against various companies. She actually once sued El Pollo Loco, saying their food made her sick. And I'm just like, you got to give that one up to the game, baby. Like, that just happens. You can't sue about that. You knew what you were doing.
You sick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the Mar defense.
How sick do you have to be to sue them? You have to go to the fucking hospital.
Yeah.
If you got upset tummy, then that's no grounds for a lawsuit. You know what you're
my
getting
favorite britches.
Yeah. I should have only had 20 chicken carbone tacos.
I should have gotten just the chicken tostada, not the double chicken tostada. Now I have ruined underloons.
I've never had El Pollo Loco. Is that good chicken?
It is. When I moved to LA, every joke about El Pollo Loco was how it gives you diarrhea, and it is the least of that.
Life gives you diarrhea.
Yeah, life gives you
El
diarrhia.
Pollo Loco
Take a
gives you
fucking
sustenance.
chance,
That's a good bumper
Philmar.
sticker. Also, I'm here to promote my new web series. Is that good chicken? I just ask people, hey, they got good chicken at Dinah's?
For a fast food place, it feels fresh and
decent.
healthy.
Yeah.
So in December 2004, Ayala married Jamie Placencia, a construction and manual laborer in Nevada. That same month, a 36-year-old man named Brian Paul Rossiter lost his finger when his gloved hand was caught in a mechanical truck lift in December at a Las Vegas paving
We're
firm.
going to know who this person is. I'm
You- oh,
I'm waiting
you are.
for the dead giveaway.
That might be it.
Okay.
Got his hand caught in a mechanical truck lift in December at a Las Vegas paving firm where he and
Is this
Jamie,
the woman who sewed Pollo Loco?
where he and
The
Jamie
comma's not
worked.
working.
So him and this guy Jamie work together that is just married. This woman who sues everyone. The San Francisco Chronicle talked to Rossiter's mother, Brenda Shuey, about how her son handled the injury. Quote, "My son is a happy-go-lucky guy. He thought it was cute to show off the severed finger. It's like a man thing. If a woman had her finger severed, she would never show it to anyone. But he would show
keep it.
But he
or
would
just the nub.
he would show it to the girls in the office if they asked.
Whoa.
So I really did try to figure out how it was being preserved. If I had to assume, it was probably in a vial with formaldehyde. But
I'd put it in a Brickaloo
ooh, there, dude, that'd be dope. Yeah. Finders keepers style.
If it was your middle finger too.
Oh my
keep that on
God.
your desk. Like,
Fuck yeah, dude.
flip it up when people are being mad.
With your class ring on it.
Best I ever did, right there.
Class of 06.
Debate club and phonics. Or whatever that phonetics.
Hooked on phonics.
Hooked on phonics, ran for
Remedial
160
education.
yards.
Yeah, remedial education and chess club. the two can exist.
Never love know your next move. Rook to pawn 4.
En passant, motherfucker.
So yeah, he would show it to the girls in the office if they asked. So I'm glad he's asking for consent.
Severed limb
involved.
consent. Yeah.
I know about showing a body part without asking.
Yeah. I ain't gonna get CK'd on this finger.
CK none.
So the finger produced lots of entertainment around the job site, but unfortunately, Brian owed Jamie $50, and Jamie said that he could settle the debt by giving him the severed finger. So you might
Wait,
be
her husband took his friend's beloved severed
yes
for $50.
for he owed him $50. The guy didn't have $50, so he was like, "I'm going to give you the thing that brings us all joy, my severed finger." So you might be wondering, what is this Jamie guy going to do with a severed human finger? Well,
Crime.
indeed, he handed it off to his wife, Anna Ayala, and she cooked it at her Las Vegas home.
Wasn't the crimes? I was thinking like leave fingerprints, throw the cops off.
I have a feeling I know where this is going.
You're going to know in one
Is
sentence.
this the Wendy's chili?
Yeah, so
I didn't want to interrupt,
she
but yeah, it's gotta be.
she cooked it at her Las Vegas home and drove it to San Jose, where on March 22nd, Anna walked into a Wendy's in San Jose, ordered a bowl of their famous classic chili.
I didn't know that this whole thing was a. Holy shit! I'm getting really caught up on the Wendy's. I just thought there was no finger. They're making shit up. No, there was a fucking.
There was a finger,
But it was a plant.
So Anna walked into a Wendy's in San Jose, ordered a bowl of their famous classic chili, ate a bit of it, and then dropped Brian's severed finger into the bowl. Anna then swirled the finger around in the chili, put it in her mouth, spit it out, and then notified restaurant workers. Oh, God. So that's how it went down, everybody.
We were gonna check for. Well, your saliva wasn't on the finger, so we're not liable. It only counts if you sucked on it a little.
The restaurant closed for 2 hours while the batch of chili and stocks of the chili ingredients were impounded by the health department.
That I would actually. I don't like to use slurs, but then I would dismiss that case. Dumb bitch.
I do. I'm wondering if they made a Law and Order. I'm wondering if they made a Law and Order out of this.
Ruining a whole vat of Wendy's chili.
Just seeing a crock
Drunks
pot.
need that.
Just seeing a crock pot
Divorced
and the bar
dads.
doors come in front of it.
Ruined.
Yeah.
I need a hearty side with my chicken sandwich.
So, yeah, they closed for 2 hours. The restaurant was then allowed to reopen, and they proceeded to cook another batch of chili using newly purchased ingredients. Business was apparently bustling at the San Jose Wendy's the next day. According to SF Gate, customer Fernando Anaya was in a light mood. Quote, "Hey, where the finger at?" he joked as he ordered a salad. I was like, that's my favorite guy in the article.
So you guys are stupid. I'm getting the salad. Enjoy your fingers.
Did the New York Times not know that this was her?
No one checked. Probably similar to the Dan Ninen situation where you could just put your name on a list of...
It's like someone jumps out like, I gotta find someone on the street. Who's on the street? You.
Well, no. Like they have like call servers. So if you remember, Dan Ninen was that comedian who had one joke and would do scams on Russell Peters originally because he purchased RussellPeter.com. So when you went to it, it was a mock-up of Russell Peters' website. But then if you clicked it, it would go to his email and be like, "Hey, Russell can't do your club this weekend, but I'm his opener." And that's how he got booked on comedy shows.
Oh, wow.
His other
Pretty
way
good
to get in the
hustle.
press was he had himself listed on some journalism call server as a millennial stand-up comedian, even though he was almost 55 or something like that. Yeah, it's that guy.
Controversy.
And then they busted him. So I assume this lady somehow just got her name on one of those call servers being like, yeah, I live in California and this is my registration or whatever. Somebody who would openly profess their voting preference.
What the fuck is going on at the New York Times? Like last time, I remember hearing about them, like Trump hated the failing New York Times.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're like, no, wait, watch how good we can fail for you.
Yeah, yeah,
A
absolutely.
wrestling plot line. Like, kind of like heel turn, but for idiots.
Yeah. So on April 21st, 2005, the same day Wendy's completed its internal investigation, finding no evidence that any employee at the restaurant or at the facilities that provided ingredients for the chili was involved with the finger. They also arrested Ayala and charged her with felony attempted grand theft related to the Wendy's finger incident and on grand theft in a separate case over fraudulently obtaining $11,000 from selling a San Jose mobile home that she did not own.
But she can't even vote.
Exactly.
For a guy who can't even vote for similar reasons.
Because they're a felon.
Which is criminal. For those of you who haven't drank the kava juice.
I got it immediately.
Criminal.
So Wendy's estimated losses of over $30 million since Ayala first made her claim. Immediately following the arrest, Wendy's held a promotion offering free Frosties nationwide from May 13th to the 15th. So this news comes out and they're like,
I like her. She got me a free frost.
I
free
missed out on
milkshakes.
that.
Yeah. So on May 24th, 2005, her husband, Placencia, was charged by Santa Clara County with conspiracy to file a false charge and attempted grand theft with excessive damages for his role in buying the chili finger and planning to plant it in a restaurant to set up an extortion. At the time of the charge, Placencia didn't have to be arrested since he was already in jail on charges of unpaid child support. So I love that both of them get arrested for the chili finger and then they both, their other cases clicked into place.
It can't be
Flew too
legal
close to the sun. You should have just,
Flew too close to the chili.
Buying a finger? That's not allowed.
their lust for attention is ultimately what did them in.
So she ended up pleading guilty. So indeed, she is a convicted felon, so cannot vote. Jamie pled guilty to the same conspiracy. And in addition to the charges for the other cases, failure to pay child support.
You know how many votes Trump is missing from felons?
Ayala was forced to pay $21 million in restitution to Wendy's and subsequently banned from all Wendy's locations. She was paroled in 2009.
Banned from Wendy's. What
yeah,
a
I know.
loser.
Oh, man. I would probably end my life.
Commit
What are we even
harikiri.
doing this for?
Doesn't
If I
take
can't
much
get a
for
Dave's
you.
double later.
Breaking down in Texas, being banned from Wendy's. It doesn't take much for Rick.
I'm just looking for any excuse. Anything that will make my mom go like, well, it's understandable.
I told him to move home.
We have a Wendy's in the garage.
I can make you Wendy's.
I can put a finger in your chili, honey.
So 10 years after she got out of jail, her son accidentally shot himself in the ankle.
This woman's life just keeps on going.
God, yeah, no.
And
No
so
chill.
he actually shoots himself in the ankle. And the problem is
Cheddar Bob from 8 Mile. Remember that guy?
well, the problem is the son is also on parole and isn't supposed to have a gun. And so she called the cops and was like, 2 men shot my son in the ankle.
Where are these people live in San Jose?
They're in between Vegas and San Jose. Yeah, sometimes
so
they live
that's
in Vegas, sometimes they live in San
Tweak
Jose.
One of the
City.
most expensive places to live in the world, and they're doing it.
Yeah.
He
Well,
said
Everyone I know has like
between.
6 jobs.
Between.
And it's like, I gotta live in my car outside of my old apartment.
Yeah, I think she lived in San Jose in the 90s and then moved to Vegas and then went back to San Jose to drop a finger in the chili. She wasn't living there at the time.
So she lives at like Barstow, is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. The area between there is Tweakville, USA.
Yeah.
So it's full of people just trying to find a scheme or scam to get by.
Yeah. But yeah.
Somewhere near Barstow when the fuckery kicked in.
I had a kava, or as I call it, thinking juice.
But yeah.
Ever put 17 rhino pills up your nose? You fucking alligator. Man.
It's reptiles everywhere, but it's just Mortal Kombat reptile.
I'm supposed to cover the monkeys riding greyhounds race.
Oh, now that's fun. That's just a good old time. Bill Maher don't know nothing about that shit. But yeah,
Let me slip into something more comfortable.
oh god, it's so creepy.
You haven't heard about me.
My
yeah,
Ed Hardy robe.
But yeah, the son shoots himself in the ankle. They call the cops, and she says that 2 men shot him, which is so funny because I'm like, but they just shot him in the ankle like it was some mob shit.
He shot himself once or twice.
Yeah, but then they arrest both
I
of
was
them.
saying, so they Goodfellas spidered him. Why don't you go fuck yourself, Tommy?
Yes, yeah, that's what they're claiming.
Hey, why don't you go get your chili finger?
Yeah, why don't you sew that? Why did I tell you I'm a good shot? I don't know.
But they arrest both of them because they're like, well, this seems suspect as shit. And the son cracked under questioning, and they both went to fucking jail. And I have no idea when she got out of jail, but this is, I love it. Wikipedia was like on the fucking spot here. This is already on the article. Wow. In 2024, Elia was briefly quoted by the New York Times in a story related to polling for the presidential election without disclosing her background. The Times later deleted the quotation. Anyway, I had always thought the finger in the chili thing was like a legend, like an urban legend.
I remember it happening, but then I just was like, fingers in the chili. It didn't affect me. I went and got the chili.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool.
I think
I also
everyone...
think like they're circulating chili with fingers, and it's like someone fucking cut their finger off in that Wendy's. Like whatever, it's an isolated incident.
How many? Like you barely can get a bacon in the beans.
right.
Get a finger in the chili.
Yeah.
I remember hearing this and just kind of thinking it had to have been a situation like this where someone was trying to
trying to get some money,
something or do a prank,
or it's like it's like the cinnamon toast crunch cockroach guy.
Oh,
remember
the shrimp
guy, the cinnamon toast crunch guy, who was like he was a podcast guy.
Did they find out that he faked that?
Yeah, he was married to fucking Topanga too, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he faked it. There was claims that he faked.
Yeah, the dumbest people are always doing the stuff I want to do.
That one was fun because I was like, oh, it took a little turn. I was reading the story. I was like, okay, boring stuff about polling. Oh, chili woman. Love it.
I wonder how many see the Red Hot Chili finger.
Well, I gotta go now that Frusciante's back in the band. I only saw him with that other guy. Yeah.
Insane crazy, have a baby.
Ring, ding, 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 get a felony.
Have a little chili with a
with a little finger.
With a chili chicken cheese.
With a chicka finger.
Oh no.
That's not that far off, honestly. If they worked a fucking...
Did the guy get his finger back?
No, she spit it out on the floor, and then they took it into evidence, and then they analyzed his DNA.
Cop locker somewhere?
Yeah, probably. Well, that was the thing. Was like he was sad. It seemed to part with the
They
finger.
interrogated the finger for a while.
Yeah.
Like, dog, damn it!
Yeah,
They just like fall over.
Look, your buddy Chili's in the other room, and he's already rolling on you.
I'm gonna make this easy for you. You want some coffee?
Yeah,
and then just falls over again.
Yeah. No, they had to like DNA test the finger, and then I guess match that with all the employees, and then the people who worked at the factory, and then they figured out like, okay, this is not anybody who actually works here.
Every employee at Wendy's, they're like,
just
we have to
hold
do
your
rectal
hands
examinations
up.
again.
Dusted for print.
Yeah, for a print. Yeah, that's the other thing. She left the goddamn print on there. It's like, at least cut that shit off. But it'll take them longer to figure out whose finger it is. Yeah,
The confidence to do a dumb idea like that.
I love it.
Like somewhere there's a genius who has a great idea. And he's like, it's stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah,
No one would want that.
yeah.
You just need to live in Barstow
Cold
for 40
fusion.
years.
What the hell was I thinking? Fucking around in my mom's basement like some kind of bullshit scientist. Free energy for life.
I just need to work at the toothpaste factory like everyone else. What am I fucking talking about?
See if I should get that Hawk to a girl's spring.
Yeah, I'll work at the spring factory.